Jerry, I think we're live with the Chasing Dirt show. Monday, what is today? The 25th of August. How are you, sir?
Doing good, man. How about you? Trying to recoup a little of energy and get caught back up from a week away. So
We were cleaning cocktails live in Nashville last week. Jerry was down there with a handful of other companies and sponsors. Oh, what do you think overall? I guess let's chat about that today. What was your overall comments on the show overall?
yeah, I thought it was great. It was really good to meet, some people that we've seen over Zoom quite a bit. Um, but yeah, it was great to get to meet a lot of new faces in the industry and the team at Route did an amazing job. It's well put together, and thought there was a lot of great content, a lot of great just networking in general. But also the content was really good too, and I think I'm sure everybody had a little bit of an aha moment while they were there on things that they can take back and integrate into their business as well. So
I'll go through a list of companies there. 4M Building Services, all around everything 210 cleaning out of San Antonio. Aquaman Cleaning, Athens Cleaning, Axe Building, BCJ Building Services, Cummings Facility, Divine. I'm going to not go through all of these guys, but Janico, CleanMark, Legacy Cleaning was not there. We wish we saw Edgar there, but he wasn't there. But Ram Clean, the group from Ram Clean, St. Moritz, SEJ Services, Stay Clean Solutions, the Honest Guys, just gobs of people there. Velocity was there as well. Whitlock, Whitlock Building Services was there as well. And then, anyway, good people there. Karen with KCS as well out of Pittsburgh. So we had, I don't know, 150, I think, attendees at it, and we sold out as usual. Our sponsors stepped up for us. We've got Diversity, SC Johnson, Spartan, Sunbelt Rentals. The list goes on. And Gojo, I can bring that list up, but it was just a good event overall. And I think the thing, Jerry, I took away from the event overall was we were at the Gaylord. I think we walked 25 miles, so that was a lot of walking through the whole week. Holy crap!
yeah,
I think you had to walk a mile to get anywhere there, but it was a nice venue. But the networking that was going on—that's what I really loved. We had the deal bar there, which was great. It was for large contractors and even some larger contractors were in the deal bar that they connected with each other from a contractor large prime to a prime. But the opportunity for those small to mid-sized companies there get into the deal bar and meet people they would have never met, on a one-on-one setting was pretty phenomenal. And it was kind of set up like a lounge setting. So Ricky
yeah,
did a good job with that. But overall, I think the network we saw both at the event and really more so after the event, during the cocktail hours and the kind of receptions and the breaks, that was the interesting thing. And I had people coming up to me and go, "Who do I need to meet here? Where should I go? What should I do
right.
here?" So that was my takeaway was just the networking that takes place at these things. I just think we're going to have to get this thing bigger and bigger every year, just because of the amount of connections that you can make. And again, it's there for a focused effort of contractors to meet contractors, and I think that's the beauty I took away from it in the knowledge share. So
Yeah, yeah. I think it was, anytime we can do something good for the industry, I think there's a lot of pluses that come out of it. But it just seems like cleaning and cocktails is it's. I say this in a very positive way. It's stripped down and real that people feel like they can connect and ask real questions.
yeah,
They don't feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to, what am I supposed to do here and all. People are just very eager eager to learn and eager to offer is kind of
no,
the way I felt. So
I think as Ricky says, it's stronger together, and that was that. I think that's the takeaway too. Is I think we're all competitors in some regard, these contractors, but at the end of the day, they're competitors on a different level. It's not
yeah,
going after each other's necks. So I think overall, collectively, the people that were there are looking to move the industry forward, which was great. Um, but overall, no, I give it a good solid 9 out of 10. 10 is going to be a rock star, but I think people who left there, we got a lot of kudos. So I'm looking forward to kind of just having some further conversations. A lot of takeaways, a lot of to dos. We'll be catching up all this week and probably next, but that was great. We did tie it into the Huge convention as well, which was a new take on us. And for those who are not familiar with the Huge convention, like I was really a convention after Cleaning Cocktails that had probably, I don't know, over 1,000 different companies there, but they were more based on residential home services businesses. But what we found when we got in there was a lot of pressure washing companies that dabble into not even dabble, they go full board into the commercial space. So that could be pressure washing. It was window washing. The one that surprised me, man, I didn't even think about this one, was the amount of, I guess, the Christmas lights or the decorative lights. They had a whole display of that stuff. And that's a whole, I didn't even think of that as it's a home service, but the guys I talked with also do commercial properties,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Them out. But we've got some great resources. We're going to get it loaded up to the marketplace for those pressure washers and those high-rise window washers. So that's going to be a good takeaway, that those contract cleaners that do not have a high-rise window washing crew, I think we're going to start to build out a network across the United States that no matter where you are, we can connect you with those folks as well. So I'm excited about that. But
well, listen, every BSC has to have strong subs, right? At some point to grow. You can't do it all. And to have a great window washer and a great pressure washing subcontractor that's what they do for a living, is just going to help you and benefit you in the long run. It just is, and I tell so many people that are like, I want to do pressure washing, and they're out cleaning 1 million square feet a night janitorial, and they go buy Home Depot and pick up a $600 pressure washer and think, okay, I'm in the business. And that's not anywhere near what a professional pressure washer company looks like and functions. You need a hot, soft water system so you don't damage things. And there's so many things you can do. So why not find one of those window guys or, one of the pressure washing companies to partner with in your local town. We did it. And I'm pretty sure we got to a point where we were giving our guy at least $100,000 plus a year in business. And that's not bad for a 2-man show, 1-man show. So
yeah. I think the cool thing about the pressure washing guys and the window washing guys is as well, they got cool toys, a lot of motors, a lot of squeegees, a lot of brushes, a lot of cool things. Like I was talking to this one guy, he's been in the business 60 years. And he was talking about the poles, and I was unfamiliar. I don't know much about window washing, but I still thought they did the squeegee thing. And he goes, no, you get the right water. You're scrubbing the window and it air dries and it's clear as can be. And learning that, but the one common thread of all the ones I met, they all had cool uniforms, cool business cards, and they drove cool vehicles. Like those things are wrapped to the nines, man.
Oh yeah. Well, they're team shirts. They're not. I mean, there's like NASCAR
they are like NASCAR.
Shirts. These are not T-shirts, or these are or bowling league. You ever seen the bowling league shirts that are like to the nines? These guys and gals had those. It's phenomenal. It was really cool. So I was like, man, I kind of shorted my team. I should have got something more cool to clean in.
Yeah. And they had their drones were there. They had the cool van. I don't know if you saw the cool van, but the van pulls up and it has a side door that's like a tray that rolls out, and the drone's on that, and drone can take off from that. Then on the back, they had the pressure washer inside the van. So it was all encompassing, well put together as well. So no, just overall, I think it was a great event. Seeing a lot of people doing mentorship. We got approached by probably 6 to 7 companies that were looking for us for coaching and mentorship. So I was excited about that. I think we've got 3 follow-up calls on my side already scheduled. So I know you're going to get some on your side, but I think that's the takeaway, is that, like we talked about, Jerry and I got a whopping 10 minutes on stage. And I think, Jerry, what was your song again?
My entry music.
Yeah.
Thunderstruck. Gotta be Thunderstruck. Matter of fact, that should be the theme for our Chasing Dirt show. We'll start our intro with that in the background next time.
I gotta see if YouTube will let me do that. If it will, I'll put it in there. But the takeaway was there's a lot of folks out there kind of understand and realize that, even just through the networking goes on, is that, what Jerry and I can bring to the table is expanding that network, making it real time every week. And I think that's one of the takeaways that I've got as well, is like we can add some more depth and more customer base to our mentorship and coaching. It just gets that much better, because every opportunity, every challenge we bump into, Jerry and I've heard it, not every opportunity, but I would say 80% of them we've heard, other companies have those same issues, same challenges. And I think we can help you get to the solution much quicker. And again, that was one guy that did speak. I forget the guy's name. He was with France, but he did a good breakdown that if you were going into the market of how to really break down the market and see what the total opportunity.
Yeah. Jeff Cameron, he was outstanding. Good friend of mine. He laid it out there, and I think it was very helpful. And I really, he did a great job helping people understand, is this a market I want to be in?
Yeah. And he is this the market? Is this the ICP you want to be? Garen did a great job emceeing as always. He's just a great motivational. I think he's going to be one of our subject matter experts for the motivational kind of mindset space. Josh Melton did a fantastic job. He's a funny guy. He's a really funny guy, and he kept us engaged, and he did half.
I think Ricky's gonna have a hard time not putting me and you up there next year, though, because we stole the show. We probably got the best reviews out of all, but I with much respect to Josh and Garen, but I mean, Josh was funny as garbage. Some of the video, the pictures he used to kind of set things up was top notch. So
we got some competition. No, not competition. We got to figure out how to kind of up these guys because they can naturally do it. You and I need to have a little more probably of a script probably because they
I don't need no script. You do, Jack. You need a script. I'm like, I can wing it like there's no tomorrow on stage. So I spent many years doing that. But
I think our you and our angle. What was the guy back in the 20s or 30s? Stanley and Harley. Is that that's we need to dress up like that next time.
The tip of the hat.
All that. But
probably
more than that, we did have the guy from Hamper App, the owner of Hamper App or the founder. He was great. I think if you didn't see that, that's the episode last Friday. And again, I was trying to get my arms around the concept, but the more I thought about this weekend is, how many contract cleaners, have to get their own stuff, laundered. But more importantly, how many times do you bump into clients that are just having issues with getting stuff laundered? And if you had, Jorge set up as your contact man, this guy can step in and, you're going against some of the big players out there with linen management. And again, you're just kind of subcontracting out as well. So I don't know. There's something there. I think I need to have more of a depth of conversations with some contractors, but I would say if you hear of any linen opportunities within your existing accounts that they're just having troubles with machines uptime, they're not getting the quality of the wash they want, I think that's a worthwhile episode to watch and reach out to those guys.
Yeah, there's a big industry show in Orlando this week on that side of it, on the laundry and cleaning and all. And I'm not all sure what they have there this week, but I've seen a couple things come across the wire that it's pretty
clean
big
show.
So,
the clean show. Yeah, that's a big equipment, big chemical, but yeah. This week we do have one of our customers, Ely, with Stay Clean Solutions out of Lithonia, Michigan, is going to be on board for a kind of just get to meet him a little bit and have some conversations, introduce him to the audience. So I'm looking forward to that. Next week we'll have a background check guest come on board as well. So we're going to try to, you and I just kind of riff every Monday, take a little more depth. This is more of just a recap from last week, but take a riff on the subject. And then every Friday, try to get a featured guest on, just talk about a new business idea, new solution, something that we can bring to the table to kind of just keep that perspective across the country on possible solutions to look at.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's good. We're definitely here to help. And, if anybody needs, wants to get involved in the one-on-one coaching, or even in some of our other programs, mentorship programs we got going on, just shoot us the email. At Jerry at GetRoute or Jack at GetRoute. Those are two great places to do that. So
cool. We will not be on next Monday because of Labor Day, so I'm kind of excited about the long weekend. But that's all I have today from my side. I think we'll dive into kind of Ely's business next this Friday, and so hopefully those who join take a look at that. But anything else to close up with?
I'm good, man. I'm excited about a busy week, trying to get caught up and get ahead all in the same week. So
that's it, brother. All right. Well, we'll go from there. Catch you guys Friday. Thank you.
All right. Have a good week.